Hello everybody, this is Dago State, a pretty snazzy walkthrough. It's Resident Evil Code Veronica X, A rank run. Yay! Well, walkthrough. Anyway, alright, so now we pick up the Eagle Plate. There's two Eagle Plates in this game, and there's two spots to use them, obviously. And, yeah, a lot of stuff really is self-explanatory in this game. But I'm just sort of showing you one of, like, the fastest route I can come up with to do this. Like, this is actually like the very first time I actually got an A rank run, because what I did is I did a practice run. I got 450 something like that, which is a little bit over like the required 430. So I'm thinking, okay, that probably has something to do with the fact that I was trying to figure some things out, and also the fact that I was like watching all the cutscenes, because like the end of the game cutscenes are pretty epic, but they're also pretty long, like, epic in both definitions, I guess. Anyway, so I said, okay, I know how to do this game now. I've relearned the whole game because I did that practice run after like not touching this game for months, and then I'm like, okay, I know how to do this. I'm gonna do this, and then I did it. And like you'll see at the end why like this was my first A rank run, because you'll see me getting the achievement for beating it at the end of this game. Spoilers? No, I'm kidding. Anyway, so yeah, we need to hang on to this biohazard card until we get to unlock that one door that was to your right when you first walked in the front of the building here. Because ordinarily you can go up there and just like grab the bow gun, like whatever the heck you want. But I said, that's actually a waste of time. There's no reason to do that. And anyway, I said we're not actually using the bow gun much at all in this game. Like the only reason we're using it is like to fight bosses, and it's only like 3 bosses we actually use it against anyway. Alright, so here's the emblem card. I usually refer to it as the indigo card because it's indigo, and there's all these electronic card key locks where it's like, hey, it's indigo in color, you should do something about that, Anyway, so yeah, I just like went down here so I can unlock that, and I also want to like drop these like stupid Lugers in my from my inventory because I friggin' hate carrying extra things around. In this game, it was a great idea what they did of having some stuff take up 2 spots, like the double guns. They take up 2 spots. It's entirely logical. I mean, it wasn't, and also they did it in a way that wasn't super cruel. Like the way they did the inventory in Resident Evil 0 was certain items that were bigger took up more spots, like not just because they were double items. So like the shotgun, to carry it around, that's 2 spots instead of like what you're trained to do from playing all the other Resident Evil games. You'll think, okay, I'll hold 1 spot for the gun, another spot for the ammo, so then I can like equally evenly organize my inventory and stuff like that. But no, they're like, hey, let's make the shotgun 2 spots. So that game like really taught me a huge lesson about like organizing and stuff like that. And see, that game was just it was so good. It's another one of the Resident Evil games that everyone seems to hate because, like, yeah, they try to do something different and I hate it. No, actually, it's just because you suck at it. I mean, the main reason, like, I suck at it is that's the reason why I'm, like, holding off doing a walkthrough of Resident Evil 0. But, as I said, I intend on doing it. And, so the only Resident Evil I'm not going to do a walkthrough is, like, 5 and probably 6, because everyone's freaking done a walkthrough of 5 already. Like, just you look everywhere on the internet, it's like, oh, 5, 5, 5, 5. Oh my god, Resident Evil 5 is the best game ever. No, you freaking COD fanboys are all like, oh my god, there's more action and explosions. This game's cooler. Yeah, Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 5 was really good. I'll give it that. But compared to the rest of the series, it's sort of like, I'm trying to think of a good comparison. It's just like, ugh. It's sort of like, okay, I can't even think of an accurate comparison to make it. It's just like the one game in the series that is incredibly overrated but isn't really that good. Oh, like Final Fantasy VII. Yeah. No, I can't like say anything about Final Fantasy VII, mainly because I haven't actually gotten to play through it yet. And I got a ROM and I have like a PSX emulator, and I'm like, wait, I don't have any desire to do this because if you've heard me say it before, I really hate playing things on emulators. Like the only time I've actually finished anything was Super Metroid. I said that before, and a game I've already beaten that I played just to record for a walkthrough. Anyway, yeah, we need that grenade launcher. It's not as important in this game as it was in some of the other ones. But what we're using, basically use it just so we can have acid rounds to kill hunters later in the game. Yeah, there's hunters in this game. Sorry, spoilers. Not really. Okay, yeah, as I said, tons of green herbs. They're like almost always come in pairs or sets or something like that. So it's really annoying. All right, here's the army proof. Now, what that is, we need to collect 3 of those things, and there was a cutscene of some sort. Not really. And I did that wrong. That was so dumb. But yeah, you need to get the army proof, the Air Force proof, and the Navy proof. And basically, you're going to use all 3 of those to like unlock something later. And that green shiny thing, that green shiny thing that was in front of the big palace was the, I want to say Navy proof. Yeah, Navy proof. Anyway. You know, I think I was probably saying something important before I distracted myself by trying to point out the obvious there. But, whatever. Anyway, I think, well, seriously, what was I complaining about? I don't know. I mean, I like the fact that I actually managed to spend the entire last video and more, like, accurately describing something like a legitimate complaint stuff. Yeah, okay, that was a complaint. Resident Evil 5 and how it's stupid. It's just like the main issue with that game is it really took out all the challenge with like one stupid little thing they decided to add in there. They're like, hey, I have an idea. Let's make it so you can replay levels in the middle of the campaign. Oh, by the way, let's also put a rocket launcher with easy access at the start of one of the levels, so you can have infinite rocket launchers for the last level. Hooray! You know, that was like one of the worst ideas anyone could have ever possibly come up with. Like, ugh. Yeah. But don't get me wrong, Resident Evil 5 was a great game. And like one of the main things that was awesome about Resident Evil 5 was just Wesker overall. Like the voice actor who's, oh my god, I can't believe I forgot his name. Jeez, what? Oh my god, how did I forget the name of the voice actor for Wesker in Resident Evil 5? Wow, I can't remember. Anyway, so yeah, Wesker had an amazing voice actor in Resident Evil 5 that sort of like ruined Wesker and all the other games for me just because of that. Don't get me wrong, Wesker is still pretty awesome in all the other games, especially in this game, which you know, all the, like the scenes I'm gonna skip that involve Wesker, I'm gonna like accurately describe what's going on in them. But yeah, 1226 or 1126, something like that. Yeah, it was a little code you saw on the painting when you zoomed in with the camera. But actually, we're going here to take that painting. There's some acid rounds, I believe. Yeah, the only reason we need the acid rounds is so we can kill the hunters later in the game. Yeah, he's dead. Excellent observation, Claire. Barry was investigating. Anyway, yeah, we need the acid rounds just for the sake of killing hunters. And okay, that right here, if you read the little screen in the room that you got the army proof in. These are called albinoids. There's these little electrified salamander things, and actually that right there was kind of foreshadowing like what it was, because later you are going to have to fight one, and they're talking about how they can grow to like 7-8 times their size in a matter of like hours or something like that. So that one got away. It's like, oh no, one got away. Like right now, you might not think much of it, but then you'll realize, oh, that thing. It's like, as I said, this game has a nice habit of like things that you notice earlier in the game, they become significant later, and you're like, oh my god, wow, I didn't notice that. You know what I mean? Like this game is like one of the best gaming experiences I've had in a while, actually. Code Veronica X, like the first time I played through it, I'm just like, wow, this is pretty good. I like this game. And then I never felt like the game was dragging on. Like every time I encountered an issue, I'd realized, okay, this is not the game's fault. It's my fault. I'm being stupid. I need to figure this out for myself. So I was never actually mad at myself to the point where I'd say, oh my god, this game is a load of crap. Or it's not like Call of Duty World at War, where although it is like my favorite Call of Duty game, but it's basically just like, why is this so freaking hard? Like, there's no reason this game should be that hard. It's like, oh my god, grenade, 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 grenade. Shut up, stupid game. Anyway, so this game, I just feel, okay, I clearly missed something. It's my fault, not the game's fault. You know what I mean? Like, if what makes a game challenging and engaging to me is that you feel like, okay, this game is hard, like I'm having difficulty playing it, but you don't feel, okay, wow, this game is hard because they're doing cheap, underhanded, stupid things. All right, December 8th, remember that, 12/8. Remember that. You'll see why later. Anyway, like this game, it's hard in the sense that you have to keep track of a lot of things and just focus. While in some other games, it's just like, okay, wow, that's cheap. Wow, that's cheap. Wow, that's cheap. Like, if you feel like the game is just taking a bunch of like sucker punches on you, then that's like not really hard. That's just like forced difficulty. Like these games, like they're actually hard, but not stupid hard. You know what I mean? Like, games should be difficult, but they should also be reasonable. Like, the game is reasonably difficult, and you always feel that it's your fault that you died and not the game's fault. That's good game design. The best example I can think of in that is the Toho games, where you haven't heard me mention them before, there's these like ridiculous, crazy, awesome bullet hell games that are like really Japanese and have awesome music, which is the main reason I like them. But yeah, like, everything that game is like, wow, this is possible to dodge. But if you die, you feel, oh, I'm stupid. I don't know how to dodge this. Like, you can figure out how to dodge it. There's a way to dodge everything. Like, there's no point in that game where it's like, oh, this is impossible to dodge. Everything's possible. But just because you suck at the game, it's hard. Not because the game is cheap. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm over the time here. So I will see you guys next time. And my throat hurts because I just did 4 videos in a row. All right, see ya.